Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Minecraft Feed the Beast Monsters. Salute. All right. We have a very, very busy day today because I've got a lot to show you. I have been on this game almost non-stop. You're probably wondering what this is right here. This is a very special containment center. Look at here. It's magical. That's right. I forgot to pull out my wand. Here we go. All right. Wand focus of warding is what that is. So any block that you do the warding on becomes impenetrable, unbreakable. You just can't break it. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to find a way, fill in a hole. I wanted to find a way to contain my wither boss, because as you remember the last couple of episodes, yeah, although we can fly and chase after him, it's rather time consuming. So I figured I need to find a way to contain him. And believe it or not, design is actually based on a vanilla glitch in the Nether. Now, if you've followed me on my vanilla series, you will understand that in the Nether, the bedrock ceiling is about a level 128, 120. And if you can push a wither boss into the bedrock that actually has an air hole in it, right there, you can capture it. If it doesn't have the air hole, he can get out. He can get away. So I built this, and I built it in glass just to kind of be cheeky. So I designed this like a bedrock ceiling. There is a hole right there, and I've been testing it like a madman. So let me show you how easy this thing is. We build up our regular soul sand. Might help if I learn how to build things. And look at the quantity of wither skulls. I'm going to show you how I got all those here in just a little bit. All right. Put that there, and then put that there. Lift him up. It shoves him into the glass. He can still breathe. All right. Come on, boy, flex. There we go. And he's trapped. All right. He cannot go anywhere. He can still see me. He can still shoot at me, but of course, none of his skulls are going to get through the warded glass. All right. Hey, you.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Let's dance. Oh, I had to make it fun. I'm sorry. I've just been doing it too many times, just whack, 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 that I had to do something fun. Okay. So yeah, basically it's a vanilla glitch that I've recreated to kill the wither boss. Hey, pay attention. And that is a reinforced door, just in case. There, a couple of times during the build and the practice, it didn't work. So I had one get away and escape on me, and I had to hunt him down. But if you'll notice, not only do they drop the nether stars, they also drop miniature hearts, which I'm maxed out on right now. They also drop these division sigils, which I think to end off this episode, we should try and activate one of these. That's going to be fun. All right. Another quick thing I want to show you is I've been messing around with Thaumcraft a little bit more and made me some golems. All right. I also been messing around with some Mystcraft, so I needed some books. So I thought, hey, let's combine these two. You guys can harvest all my reeds, put them in my ender chest here, so they go into my ME system, and I can start making some books, some linking books. That's what I need. All right, and here we've got Stan, and here we've got Oliver. All right, on into our updates. Not much here. I still haven't automated that yet. It's future plans. Look at how many wither skulls I've got. Yeah, let's put these away. Oh yeah, got some wither skulls now. I've been messing around with Mystcraft a little bit. Got lots of paper because of my golems, some linking books. I have been going to some random worlds. Now, I thought Thaumcraft was difficult to learn, but at least they give you a book. With Mystcraft, I've spent half my time on the wiki trying to learn how to do all this, and it gets updated so fast. Half the videos I watched didn't even have an ink mixer in it. So, and the writing desk was still a couple of bookshelves with a crafting desk. So needless to say, this has been a lot of hit and miss, a lot of trial and error. One of the things it recommends is doing a random world and finding libraries. So I created just a blank page, and it sent me to this Phantasmigoric World, which is an awesome world. Don't get me wrong. It looks like the Nether on the surface. It's wonderful. I found a library in there, and there was actually a notebook that already had a whole bunch of pages in it. And this place is just crazy. We don't have time to visit all these places, but after I've found a whole buttload of pages, I tried building my own book with like a Twilight Forest feel to it, and it still didn't quite turn out right. So I'm still learning. Maybe one of our episodes will travel to one of these, but I want to set up a few quarries, see if I can get some additional ores. Although the wiki recommends that that's very, very bad idea. They said don't do that. It causes instability. All right, with my industrial craft, I finally started putting in my interfaces, and this is a pain in the butt because behind the wall and under the floors, the piping is a mess. At least with the thermal expansion, I can put the input on the top and the output on the back and the power on the bottom, and everything's nice and neat. With industrial craft, the output does not output. I actually had to use vanilla hoppers on the bottom before it would go into an interface. So that created an extra level, plus it separated my input from my output when it comes to wiring up the ME system. So, yeah. Another thing I had a problem with was the metal former, because the metal former has options. Well, I can't tell my ME system which option to use, so I had to have one just for metal, just for rolling, and I had to have one just for cutting. So depending on what I need done, forming or cutting, depends on which one it goes into. So not too happy about that, but it is working. Oh, and I blew another transformer. I may not need it now that I've got a stable power supply on the RF side. Alright, moving on. We've got us some mob essence from my mob grinder I showed you last week. It's really, really, really slow because you have to stand next to the the spawners in order for them to spawn. So in order to get this much, I kind of had to cheat. I kind of had to stand next to the spawner, enclose myself in cobblestone, and then go mow the yard. So this is all from AFK. However, using that, I was able to build my mob spawner, my manual mob spawner. Built an XP tank where I can actually absorb XP off of myself and store it, use it when I need it. Been doing some trades with Pechs and getting a lot of extra potions and records, so I built me some more cabinets. Been collecting trophies from the mob grinders, so I figured I didn't like the little baby ones because they kept facing the wrong direction, so I started putting them in here. My chickens are still dying. I don't know why, but since I've got my lamp of fertility, it maintains 8 chickens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I guess no more, no less, which is okay. Now, down here in my Thaumcraft, because I've been doing flesh golems, I've got this guy here sorting out all of my, what is this, V essence? I forget which one it is. And he can only reach 2 high, not 3. So I had to kind of redesign in here to where the bottom jars are actually like little steps for him to reach the 3rd one up. I place this one over here. It's the health, which is what's keeping my chickens alive. I had to recess this because you can't have the mirror in front. It has to be behind. I did have some instability problems for the first time. I tried building a arcane enchanting table, which is over here. The Osmotic Enchanter. Yes, I had to put an enchanting table in there and crazy amounts of essence, and it almost it blew up on me. I had pink goo everywhere. I had pink goo over here, I had pink goo over here, I had pink goo on the ceiling. I had lightning striking and hitting me, and everything kept falling off the pedestals. And I kind of wish I had been recording at that time because you guys would have been laughing your butt off. But I got it working, so the only drawback with this enchanter, it will only enchant vanilla items. All of my Tinkerer's Construct items, it doesn't work on. So I kind of felt like it was an exercise in futility. I went through all that trouble, all that effort, and all that work, and I'm not even going to be using it because it's not doing what I want it to do. Alright, moving on. As I said before about the old mob spawner, I don't know what accent that was. Been finding a few more spawners around the world. Oh, and instead of using the portal gun, check this out. Now I can use the wand focus of dislocation, and I don't know why it keeps disappearing. When I find a mob spawner, I just click on it, and there it is. If I click on it again, which I can't because I'm out of Preditio. Well, that was real smart of me. Great, now I'm going to have zombies spawning in my base. Well, that was a good demonstration, wasn't it? I should have went ahead. I forgot I was loaded. Don't point that thing at me. It might be loaded. Ooh, okay. This is why I have my recharge pedestal. Alright, while this is recharging, it wasn't fast enough to give me mob essence. And I needed the mob essence so that I could use an auto spawner. There we go. Okay. Commercial break? Maybe not. I gotta hurry. I love these boots of the traveler. Alright. Any zombies? Nope. There we go. Alright, let's put this where it's supposed to go. There we go. Okay. Close that up. Well, that wasn't on the agenda, but that was fun. Okay, why do I need mob essence? All right, down here I built a auto spawner down here at the other end of the hallway here. All right, now this is very similar with the doors and the lights and the corporeal attractor, but here we've got an auto spawner that has a wither skeleton, and I have to say yes on exact copy or it will randomly generate a skeleton, and it uses mob essence. It uses more for exact copy. I also have a vacuum hopper for the mob essence to kind of recoup any of that, and I've got an autonomous activator. Down there we have a grinder because it just grinds away, but they're random drops. With the autonomous activator, I put in a beheading sword. I call it the Headmaster. Alright, sharpness, durability, I put looting 3. I want to make sure I get heads from this guy. Alright, so when he spawns and gets sucked over here by the corporeal attractor, he gets beheaded, which is why I have so many heads. Let me give you a demonstration here. We'll close the door. We'll turn off the light. We'll turn on our corporeal attractor. We'll turn on the autonomous activator, which will start swinging the sword. Got to turn that off when I go in there. It punches like a bad man. And then we'll turn on the spawner. Now, it does have to basically idle up or rev up to get going. But once it does, it usually does a pretty steady job of spawning them. It's almost a one-shot. Unfortunately, I used an old cleaver, which I didn't design especially for this job, so it only does 19 damage. But, yeah, 2 hits, that's okay. It's still collecting the heads. But this uses up so much essence. It's a ridiculous amount of essence. All right, let's turn this off so we don't waste any. So I came up with another type of spawner. Down here in the bowels of the roguelike dungeons, I haven't built anything on these levels yet. It's dark down here. So let's get some X-ray vision going here. There we go. I built an old-fashioned mob grinder. Mobs will just spawn on this platform, walk onto the conveyor belt, and then end up down here in the center, which I have an old-fashioned mob grinder. And it's just powered, and it's just sucking out the... here, let's go down. I'll show you the underneath. This is so compact and so neat and so simple. Lava, power, items, mob essence. That's it. That's all there is to it. Now, why did I do it down here? At bedrock, mobs don't spawn on bedrock. It's been debated, it's been discussed, but the only mobs that even spawn are slimes, and they don't count. So I've got all this open area which restricts where the mobs can spawn. Only on the platform, because they can't spawn on the bedrock. So it does a real good job of collecting mobs that just spawn in my dungeon. And of course I got all this open area here, which reduces where they can spawn. So down here in my old quarry pits, and I thought about making this a little bit bigger with more conveyor belts, but yeah, we just knocked out about 10 of them right there. And this is how I've been getting a lot of my essence, I guess you could say legitimately, without doing the AFK trick. So it's slow, but that's alright. I'm not using the auto spawner too much right now. I'm probably going to be using it here. Well, hi little fella. You want to come upstairs? Come on, this way. Alright, let's continue on upstairs. and take a look out here. All right, I knocked down all these trees because about the only thing I really needed as far as trees is that one. It's got every color, which was the whole reason I started my forest. And I lost my train of thought. All I needed was the rubber because I need so much rubber for the industrial craft. And I got tired of coming up here and harvesting the rubber. It's a limited amount, so I needed to automate it. So I'm using an actual under here. I've actually I've actually got a planter, and this planter is planting nothing but rubber tree saplings. Okay, put that back. Now, this is the harvester. I don't need any bigger than 3x3. The planter and the harvester are on the lowest setting, 3x3, but that's all I need. I don't really need a whole lot. I don't need a big old huge farm. I just need it to be on a regular basis. Now, this pipe takes the saplings that falls from the harvester and pumps it back into the system. Keeps it supplied with the saplings it needs. It's being powered from downstairs, from the downstairs generator. This, I had to add this as an afterthought because one of the things I didn't realize is on the harvester you have a holding area for sludge. I don't need sludge. I don't want sludge. I have no plans for using sludge, so I just stuck a void pipe on the edge and I don't have to worry about sludge. And of course my items hopper. Very neat, very compact. I thought about using a harvester for a couple of other trees, like maybe silverwood, because these I do need. In fact, right now the only way I can get silverwood trees is by trading with a Pech. And I've got a Pech trapped over here. I've pissed him off a couple of times, but he'll actually trade if you've got emeralds, just like a villager. All right, check this out. If I put an emerald right there and say, give me something nice, ha-da, a Thaumium pickaxe and some gold. Well, that's pretty good. Let's see what else he's got. Hey, this is where I've been getting all my potions from upstairs. Now, it's random what you get, but by golly, sometimes you get a really good item. Sometimes he'll give you a stick. Sometimes he'll give you a silverwood sapling. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. And that's where I've been getting all these silverwood saplings. And I only want the silverwood that has the pure nodes in them. And you can tell if they've got pure... You can tell if you're wearing your goggles of revealing. Ta-da! You can tell if they've got pure nodes in them. And the pure nodes are what converts the land from mountaintop to magical forest. Now, I needed a magical forest because I wanted a mana bean farm. In the process of collecting all my essence, I was having trouble. I needed some mana beans. So I set up this farm, and you can only set up a mana bean farm, or mana beans in general, in a magic forest or an eerie biome. And I didn't want the eerie biome. So down here, I've got Lou and Bud taking care of my mana bean farm. All right, so Bud will go out and he'll pick it and replant the seeds, and then Lou will go out and gather the drop seeds and put them in that chest there. And yeah, we'll get us some pretty good mana beans. Let's see, how we doing on mana beans? Okay, we're doing pretty good on the mana beans, but you know it's slow right now because with mana beans the drops are random. They're either going to drop 1, 2, maybe 3 beans, and if they only drop 1 bean, well, Bud here, he's just going to replant the bean, and you're not getting anything extra. So, getting extra beans is a little on the rare side. It's not very fast, but that's okay. Once again, like I said, I don't need a lot. I just need continuous. Oh, there we go. Pick up them beans. Put it in the chest. You missed one. Go back and get it. There you go. Go get the bean. All right. Way to go. All right. We have actually run out of time. We are going to have to wrap up the episode. So what I'm going to do is at the beginning of our very next episode, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to perform the activation ritual for the sigil. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. I have just been going to town on everything I can do around here, and I've barely touched on what I've actually done as far as the Mystcraft and the Thaumcraft and all the different quarries I've got going, all the exploration I've been doing. But it's amazing. Please share this with your friends. Let them see some of the neat things that can be done with this mod. Thank you again for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know what other mods you'd like to see me explore on this. Hopefully they're not as painful to learn. And as always, I will see you all next time.